So how's the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy's journey connected to this week's energy, and really this month, the whole month of October, because we're still in eclipse season, and we have 2 new moons in October that are really going to amplify this energy of this new beginning, this new spiritual journey, spiritual quest that you can go on through the month of October to really connect with your soul, to connect with your purpose, to connect with why you are here. New moons bring beginnings to new cycles. And when they're coupled with eclipse, they might be a little chaotic. Because sometimes the universe, the earth, shakes things up a little bit in our world to get us on a new path, to get us on the path that is meant for us. So just like Dorothy, when she's kind of bitter, she doesn't really love her home situation, she's got a lot of chaos going on in her world, she loves her dog, but the neighbor's trying to basically murder her dog. And she has this chaos going on. And she's unhappy with where she is. And how many times in our lives have we felt stuck? Or maybe you're feeling stuck right now in your family situation, in your home life, or maybe your work life. You're just feeling stuck. And you know there needs to be movement. You need to step into a new reality, a new place in your life. I have been there so many times in my life, and what helps can sometimes be chaos. It's like before you go through a breakup and you're just fighting all the time. You're not getting along. You can't agree on anything. Bad situations keep happening that involve both of you. And then finally you're like, you know what? This is just not working anymore. And you move on. And then you can start anew. So sometimes the universe shakes up our reality because there's something else waiting. It's like if you ever read tarot and you get the Tower card. I love getting the Tower card sometimes. Sometimes I want peace. But the Tower card shakes our world up to bring us into a new cycle. And that's what this new moon brings. And really all of October, we have the beginning of a new cycle coming. We're still kind of in harvest season. So you're still, can reap up what you have been working on. Finishing projects, finishing things, getting things done so that you can move on to the next chapter of your life. That's what you should really be using this energy for. So what happens with Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz? She's having this bad day, there's chaos in her life. She finally gets Toto back, and all of a sudden a tornado comes. And it sweeps her up, right? This is her Tower moment. This is her chaos. This is her storm before that's going to put her on a new path, literally a golden path, So she gets swept up and she lands in Oz. To me, Oz is a metaphor for our spiritual journey, for astral, the reality that is beyond this physical world, the world that we see. And when she steps into Oz, when you step into your soul, right, doing your soul work, maybe you start astral projecting, maybe you're going places in dreams, maybe you're getting into deep meditations and you're bringing up past lives, and you're bringing up maybe passed on loved ones that have passed on are coming to you, or your spirit guides. When you're going through that part of your spiritual journey, this is what Dorothy was doing in Oz. She was connecting to all of these spirits, some good, the good witch, the witch that represents goodness, the spirit that represents goodness, that higher vibe. And then you have the Wicked Witch of the West, which represents wickedness, those darker spirits. And the thing is, when you start your spiritual journey, you're going to have to confront both of them. And we all want Belinda, right? We all want our spirit guides to guide us and show us our gifts. And in The Wizard of Oz, she gives her gift shoes, right? The red shoes. And this was the gift that she had all along. And she goes on this journey to try to get home. But the gift that she was given was her way home. But she had to go through this journey to figure that out, to find that out. And the whole time as she's following the Yellow Brick Road to Oz, she's meeting all these characters, right? She's meeting the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and she's helping them as they are helping her. And this is what I like to refer to as your soul tribe. You're going to meet people on this spiritual quest of yours that are your soul tribe. You're going to be on this new path, and you're going to meet people on that path that are here to support you, that are your soul family. So if you're beginning your journey, your spiritual journey, it's going to be lonely at first, but you will meet people. I promise you will meet people. And they might not be on the same journey that you are, but they might be open to it. They might be somebody you could talk to about it, you know, and you can listen to what they're going through. So as they're on this journey together, they are transforming. So even though Dorothy, right, has the way home the whole time because she was given a gift, she has it because it's not always about the destination. It's about the journey. You have to go through it, even if it is chaotic, you know, even if it involves a little bit of trauma. There are times in our lives where we have to go through a hard path, a challenging path, but that path is what creates the most friction, and a lot of friction causes growth. It's like the buffalo. When buffalo see a storm coming, they head straight into it. Now they could hide, they could find shelter, they could run away from it, or they could just stay there frozen and wait for it, you know. But what do the buffalo do? The buffalo goes straight through it. So they see a storm coming and they run towards it all the way through because they know the quickest way through is through. When I found out about my son's heart condition, I was pregnant with him. And he came to me in a dream before any doctor told me. And I just given birth to him, and I saw him there. I could see that he was a boy. And then a doctor and a nurse came and they like rushed him away. And this was the first dream where I was like, oh man, something's wrong with my baby. And I didn't know what, I wasn't told what, I just knew there was something wrong. And I saw that he was a boy. So then I got the ultrasound, and the ultrasound showed that he had a heart condition. And it was very difficult. I mean, it was astronomically more difficult than I ever could have imagined. And there was a lot of times where he almost didn't make it. And it was very hard. So when we're going through these times, even though we might know in our heart that we're going to come onto the other side of it, that doesn't mean that we don't have to go through this really challenging time. And on my son's playlist, I put Somewhere Over the Rainbow because I heard it one day and I was just like, I have to hang on to this because somewhere at some point we're going to be on the other side, and we're going to be on the other side of the rainbow. And we're going to have, you know, I kept imagining taking him to the beach, and I couldn't get this image of him on the beach out of my head. And I knew, like, we were in the hospital for 115 days, and I just kept thinking, we're going to make it. We're going to get there, but we had to go through this awful thing to get there. And he did. He made it. And I finally got him to the beach, and we were looking out from our condo. We're right on the water, and there it was. I looked outside. There was the ocean, and there was a rainbow. And the rainbow was coming right into the ocean. It's like half a rainbow. And it was right in front of me. And I knew that was God, that was Spirit, and showing me that, you know, this is our other side, and I can relax now. So this new moon is coupled with an eclipse, which is very exciting because it means a little more chaos. And I know that's like, why do you want chaos? I don't really want chaos in my life. Oh, there's a bird. But I know that chaos can bring growth. extreme growth. And that's what I look forward to. I look forward to that new era, that new reality, my life getting a step closer to whatever it is that the universe, that God has waiting for me, that my soul had lined up here. So how do we get there? First of all, allow yourself to grieve. This is going to bring up some issues for you. And when we're releasing things from our life, we are allowed to grieve them. We are allowed to let go and grieve them. When I was letting go of my son's hospitalization, letting go of the hospital, I had been there for 115 days. It felt, I kept thinking, are we going to go back? Is something going to happen? Are we going to have an emergency and we're going to end up right back there? I had to let go of those thoughts because I had to come back to peace and my new reality, which was being at home with both my children. And it was hard for me to let go of the hospital. It was hard for my fear mind, my egoic mind, to be like, we're safe now. It was hard for me to feel safe at home. So grieve it. And I did. I cried and cried and cried. If I had some time away from my son, I would just go in my shower and I would just cry and I would just release it. I would release it all from my body. Because we're in Libra season, which is my season. I love October. I love Libra season. I'm also big time Scorpio in a lot of my planets. So I love the balancing that comes with it. And it's not to say that Libras are balanced or Libra season is balanced. It's about finding the balance. Libras typically are out of balance when their life is a little more chaotic, especially. So find the balance. And you don't have to be a Libra to do that. Use Libra energy, which is the season we're in right now, to find the balance within your life and protecting yourself. When eclipses happen, chaos can come into our lives. Chaos can come into our lives at all times. But right now, the universe is asking you to find the balance in that chaos. So if you have a narcissist in your life, for example, don't react to them. And if you have a narcissist in your life, when you react to their awful behavior or the awful things that they say to you, when you have a reaction to it, they go, see, look what I mean. This is what I was telling you about this person. Everybody, do you see this person's reaction? That's what a narcissist does, right? And then you just kind of like walk away, tiptoe away, like you realize you can't say anything, right? You can't defend yourself to a narcissist. You can't have a reaction. So with the narcissist in your life, I want you to not react. When they come at you, because they know what your triggers are, they know what upsets you, they know what gets you, a rise out of you, don't react to it. The best way to handle narcissists, people in your life who push you down, who oppress you, whatever, make you feel bad about yourself, the best way to handle them is by not at all and doing the work that you know you were meant to do. Being the best you, version of you, your highest potential, that's going to piss them off. But you know what? That's their problem. That's not yours. All you can do is this and this. That's all on you. Nobody else. And if you want this and this to be angry and tense and frustrated, then go be around a narcissist. But if you want this to be clear, if you want energy to flow freely within you, then hold your boundaries firm and see what you can do. Use that energy that you typically would put towards them, use that energy to heighten your vibration. And how do you heighten your vibration? By meeting your soul and doing the things that light you up. Doing the things that are good for you. So what Dorothy finally realized in the end, is that she had the way home the whole time. She had the answer the whole time, and it was in her gift. And we all have gifts. And if we can use those gifts, those things that light us up, that is our answer. Every time, always, that's our answer. You want to know what you're supposed to do with your life? Do the thing that lights you up the most. Do you love playing music? Do you love singing? Do you love helping people, healing people? Does that light you up? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And in the end, when Dorothy finally discovered that it was her gift all along, and all she had to do was click her heels 3 times and say, I wish, or there's no place like home, she was home and she got her wish. But if she had known that in the beginning, she wouldn't have met her soul tribe. She wouldn't have had the adventure that she had. So enjoy the journey while you're on it. But know that the answers, the gifts, are right here. They're right here. You already have them. You're already capable of them. You have everything you need right here. And when she went back to Kansas from Oz, she was in the same place, in the same situation that she was in the beginning, but she was happy. She was optimistic. She was loving towards her family. She missed them. She let them know that she missed them and that she was so happy to be home, and she was so happy to be around her family. And that's the thing. Sometimes when we feel stuck, it's in our own mind. Libra season brings justice. You are worthy of the things that are meant for you. You deserve them. You've earned them. My name's Victoria. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. I will be right back here next Sunday for more energy updates, spiritual guidance, wherever you're at. Peace be with you.